I am Lobo from Widahar clan. I'm here with Mad Firebolt.
Hi guys.
This is the first episode of the Warframe tutorial, where we're gonna explain how to get really ranked up really fast in the next tutorials. Warframe is a free play game, a cooperative third-person shooter that you can play on PC and console. A game that's all on pursuit of power, through founding, collecting, crafting, and upgrading and modifying that you find and can get in the game. Actually, upgrading everything, weapons, archery, worth opinion in the game is what increases your mastery rank. When we start the game, you can choose between 3 Warframes: Mag, Bolt, and Excalibur. Going to advise you watch Warframe to get. First thing we want to say is in Warframe you have to rank up everything in the game, as I told before, including weapons and Warframes and archwings. Archwing I'm going to explain other episode of the channel, but for now you really have to remind that for you to max up everything you have to be in a clan. And Vault, it's a Warframe that's really easy to get in a dojo. Okay, I'm just gonna to show how you can get. So in a dojo you have the Shem Lab, the Bio Lab, the Energy Lab, and the Tenno Lab. And in the Tenno Lab you can get Vault. Just press here, replicate, and you buy this blueprint. Okay, we're gonna explain in this episode what is the blueprint, what you have to do to craft the things to make it. So just keep in mind that Vault, we are not going to advise you guys to get Vault, because Vault it's really easy to get when you get the clan. Okay, Mag for soever. Mag is a complex Warframe to play if you are a beginner, and it's a quite easy Warframe to get in the beginning of the game. So we are not going to advise it for your first Warframe, but I'm gonna explain all the 3 ones using the same exactly mods. And what is mods? Mods is something that you put on your Warframe to increase my mag have a 60 capacity. Why? Because it's maxed up, it's ranked up, you cannot max more. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do the exact same mods to the 3 characters that you can choose, and you can see the difference on every power that the Warframe have, and how much damage you can do with each of those powers. Talking a little bit about mods without spoiling in the future episode, all the mods that you really need when you are a beginner and when you get it is continuity, intensify. You're gonna have this broken intensify first, and you can wear it, but you have intensify. I'm going with continuity, that gives you more ability duration, and intensify, that gives you more ability strength. And all you need for now to strength up the Warframe, it's to use the abilities, the powers. All the Warframes have 4 powers, and I will show you guys in the game. So I'm going to put exactly the same mods on the 3 Warframes. So an aura, it's really a mod that have a little symbol that you can have to match. Okay, It seems like really complicated, but when you get better in the game, you will understand this really easy. So if you put an aura, the number right here in the right corner of the mod will duplicate if it's the same type of mod.
Yeah, type of mod.
So you have types of mods and they have little symbols, okay, and if they are with the right symbol, in the case of the aura, it will give you more to your ranking, as sort of speak. So you have 58 points that you can fill on your Warframe, so he can get really strong. So with this mod, I put 18 more points that I can put here, okay? And if you put a mod in a space that have the same type of see,
if the mod is of the same type of the type of slot, it costs half of the mod costs. So if
the points of the
I'm going to give you an example. With direction, it costs 14 of the Vazarin type of mod. If I put it on a slot with a Vazarin type, it will cost only 7. So the capacity only takes 7 of the capacity. So it's really good to have the slots with polarized. If you get all the polarized slots, it will be good because you have a lot of capacities, so you can max up all the mods you have.
So I put the flow with the polarized mode. Now if your Warframes don't have this mod that calls rejuvenation, and it's Vazarin mod, and you have this real little V, what happens is your life will not increase. So if you put this mod, because you have a Warframe that the aura it's Vazarin, if not, you put or the steel charge or the rifle amp. Better, it's the steel charge that gives you melee increase, gives you 60% of melee damage. It's better because have more capacity, okay? So if you see, rifle amp have 7, steel charge have 9, so you get that 18 that I spoke before, that 18 more points that you can use. Don't really care about this now, because auras, it's something that you are not going to see for a long time on the beginning of the game, okay? So if you are a beginner gamer on Warframe, this is not really important. What I'm gonna do is put the exact same cards in the 3 Warframes you get when you download the game, and to see how the powers are different and which powers have all the Warframes that you can choose. So I'm with steel charge, I'm with flow. Flow gives 150 of energy. Energy is really important for your powers. It's the energy of the power. The continuity, the intensify. Now I'm going to put the one that gives you not life, because we are not using that aura, as I explained. Redirection one. What the redirection do? It's increase your shield capacity. Okay, this is a must-have mod. Okay, you have to put this mod in all the Warframes that the aura is still charge. Okay, if the aura it's not still charge but it's rejuvenation, you don't put redirection, you put vitality that gives you life. Okay, and why you put redirection? Because all Warframes have life and a shield, and your shield it will when you lose shield, you go to a corner and you hide, and your shield come back, okay, to the full amount. And your life, no, when you lose life, you just lose life, and then you have to get life from the game. Except when you have that aura. When you have that aura, the life, it's like the shield. It will increases, okay? So to all the Warframes that have Madurai spot, you use steel charge if you have it, okay? So I'm going with this only slow, continue to intensify and redirection. The Mag Warframe, so we're gonna play with him and see what the powers do. First thing, when you play the game, you're gonna see little boxes, and what you do in these boxes, the game will say just press X to open, or if you are in the console, you press the button that's there writing, and you just open, and it will give you resources and money. And resources, it's what you really need to craft weapons and to craft Warframe. Need lots and lots of resources, and the game will give you that resource. And one of the places is these boxes that you can see, okay? If they are green, they will open. If they are red, they will not open, okay? So let's talk about the powers. So the first ability is Mag Pull, and you just press 1 and it will do the ability. It's a magnetic force that pulls enemies toward you, stunning them and bringing them into melee range. So what you want to do is pull them and press the A to the melee. Okay, to use the melee weapon, you have to press A. So the number 2 power of Mag, it's the magnetize, and what it does, it's create a magnetic field around some enemies or targets that attracts them, and I'm gonna do it again. That attracts them and deal damage over them. The field reacts to bullets and sharps created from polarize to increase the damage. Okay, so if you shoot inside, it will increases the damage of weapons. The third power of Mag, it's polarize. Okay, so like this, you press the 3 button. Okay, and what it does, it's emits an energy pulse that splits enemy shields and armor, creating shards which become deadly when mixed with magnetize. Shields of allies touched by the pulse are restored. Actually, in this, they don't have shields, so it doesn't do very much. But when you are fighting other kind of enemies that have shields, it will take their shields and only give them the life part. You will increase your damage on them. The fourth and last power of Mag, or ability if you want, it's Crush. Okay, and what this do, it magnetizes the bones of nearby enemies, and when you get really strong, all the map, all the surrounding map, causing them to collapse upon themselves. So, as you see, it's a very powerful power. This is Excalibur. And I'm going to explain the 4 powers of Excalibur. My Excalibur have exactly the same mods as Mag, so you can see for yourself the difference of the power. So the first one, slash dash, and what Excalibur does is he dashes between enemies while slashing with the exalted blade. Okay, exalted blade, something that only Excalibur has. It's another sword that he has, an energy sword that he can bring. Okay, it's one of the powers of Excalibur. So if you press 2, the second power of Excalibur, it's radial blind. So what this does, it's they blind him, and emits a bright flash of light that blinds all enemies in a small radius for several seconds. Okay, so they cannot see and they get kind of, you know, lamb and so as you see, they get blind and a little dazed for a short seconds of time, but then they back. So if you press number 3 and the third power of Excalibur, it's radial javelin. Okay, and what this does, it launches javelins towards enemies, dealing high damage, pulling them to the. If you press the 3, you just see, you kill a bunch of stuff and you put them. Okay, you just kill a high damage power. So the fourth power of Excalibur, it's Exalted Blade. It was that blade that I told that it's a part of Excalibur. It's just a part of him. Okay, it's a energy light saber. The power itself, it's Excalibur, summon a sword of pure light and immense power, and it's really immense power. It's one of the things that we like in Excalibur, and that we recommend Excalibur for the first Warframe that you get when you start it, because it's just really powerful. You know, this is a high rank, and as you see, to try the same 3 mods of Mag, but he's just annihilating the fourth power. Okay, so this is the most important thing on Excalibur that we really recommend. Okay, this and the number 3 that, you know, finish the. Powers of the vault are, the first one is shocking, where you launches a shocking projectile that stuns and deals high damage to a single target and changes damage to nearby enemies. Sorry for my bad English. As you see, don't expect that the Warframes will be as strong as mine, because I already have the mods. Okay, and the mods are something that we are going to explain in the future episodes. Okay, so we are just here so you can see with the same kind of power the differences between the powers of the 3 Warframes that you can choose in the beginning of the game. The second power of the Vault is speed. And what this does, speed up you and all the teammates. If you see Madfire, if you want, you can run really fast. It's gaining a brief boost of movement speed, which affects all allies in range. So if you hit speed and you melee stuff, you and your allies can, you know, melee really fast. So see, if you hit the second, me and Matt are really faster than normal. So to the melee, it's really helpful, you know, the speed. It's a cool Warframe, and it's a very average Warframe, but it's really not so hard to get. The Excalibur from the 3 is difficult to get. So the third power, name is Electric Shield, and Vault deploys an obstacle of energy, providing cover in any situation. So it's like this, and the good thing is it will increases the power of you and your allies' weapons. So it will increases the power, and the cool thing is you can wear it. You know, you can, you know, protect your player with them. You know, you can move it in your hand. So Okay, and the last power of Volt, it's discharge, and what it does is paralyze nearby hostiles with a damaging electric charge. This also shocks approaching enemies. So it just shocks, you know, all the map that you can see. As you get stronger and stronger, they will die. Some will die, but as the enemies go stronger and stronger, they're just not going to die, and they're just gonna stun, you know. So this is it for the powers of the Warframes. So the game starts like this, with a short movie.
Let's go.
So after that short movie, you can choose your Warframe, as we speak before. For you guys enjoy the full experience, I'm going to choose what the clan advises you to. Madfire Bolt is going to choose the Vault. Okay, I'm sorry, we should have one more host today, but the person couldn't, so we're just going to show these two. But when we get to the mag, you're going to see what mag does and what not. So I'm just going to confirm my Excalibur, as I'm hoping Madfire is done with the Vault. This game is really not so hard. Moment the game will explain everything about the movements, about the weapons, stuff like that. When you get off this part and you start really playing the game, then you have no much information about stuff, and that's why we think that was really important to make these tutorials for you guys about Warframe. See, it says press 1 to slash dash and you just make the first power. I think Madfire Bolt is doing the same thing, just using the same power, yeah? Yeah, just using the power 1. In his case it's the shocking, it's just shocking players, I'm just killing. So it's here how to walk and sprint in Warframe. The game, you are going to see the players just doing like this, you know, just going everywhere like this, and this is really easy to do. Okay, so you just run on the sprint and you just slide and you jump, and then you run and slide and jump, and slide and you jump, and then slide and jump like this. You can, you know, will go a lot, and this one of the most parts of fun. It's just what you can do with your character. Here it teaches how to run. Here, space to jump. Here you have what weapon to choose. The Excalibur is a swordsman and a fighter with a sword. He has his own sword. You just have the first power, unlock, and the weapon. To do the melee, it's not in the mouth, it's always the how to crouch. Okay, how to crouch is how you teach you how to stealth. Okay, and stealth is very good. You can do missions without being seen. Don't hurry, and you just, you know. Okay, so the secondary weapon, the Ep.1 kunai, and they are a little knives that you can throw. Madfire is going to choose the Lato. That's a basic pistol. How many bullets have the Lato?
15.
15 shots. Okay, so it's cool. The kunai only has 10, so 5 more shots. The map is over here in the left corner, and you have always the objective in yellow, so it's really easy. The game now helps you how to get resources. You have The enemies will give you resources when you kill them, but you have these little boxes that you've seen me. This is the other kind of boxes. There are 3 or 4 kinds of boxes. I don't really know now, but so you can open these boxes, small boxes that can come in other shape, but then you're gonna see what this box had inside was a life, okay, and this will give you 25 of life. I don't really need it now, but when you see these balls, red balls, it's life, okay. If you see this kind of things, you know, they kind of glow, this is how you get resources from the map, and all the map is full of this. Don't sweat it a lot if you miss 1 or 2. These blue balls over here, it's what gives you the energy. When you make a power, the right bottom of your screen, you can see my energy. See, it's 75. If I use my power, it takes me 25, and this ball will give 50. So you always need energy to make powers, okay? So you really need that blue ball. When you kill a lot of enemies, they will come a lot. To put the melee, you press F, okay? And then you hold the right button of the mouse to block. This is how you defend with the melee. But you have to have your melee equipped. You cannot block stuff if you don't have your melee equipped. You can use your melee with another gun. I can show you now. You can shoot and then press the E, and it will, you know, put the melee on the work. If you have another weapon equipped, when you press the right button, you just put your aim more precise, you know. To put the melee weapon as your equipped weapon, you have to really press a little bit of the F, okay? Just keep the finger on the F a little bit, and then it will change. Remember, we need all resources. In the future episodes you're gonna see why. There's the yellow thing and you just can bail. So this is really an easy mission just for you to understand how you play the game and controls of the game. And you press here and you just... In this part of the game will teach you how to jump really high. The double jump that we just talked, you can wall dash too, if you want, you know. And the good thing of the wall dash is if you press the right button on the mouse when you are wall dashing, you can stay there for a while and you can shoot and stay in the wall. It just locks on the wall. So when you jump this, you have the 2 choices again to choose your certain weapon and final weapon. That's the primary. Medfire, you choose what?
I chose the bow.
The bow? Okay. Then I'm going to choose the baton. Okay. The bow is really cool. You can max that up and become a really kind of sniper weapon. And the baton is just a regular machine gun. If you want to increase to max level and then sell it, okay? We will teach you what to do to the weapons and stuff. In here you just have to kill the guys with the weapon that you choose. They're that blue balls that gives power to do the abilities. In here it will show you how to change the weapons. To put your melee, you have to press a little bit. If you press softly, just change between the 2 weapons. If you press softly, and you have to keep the finger on equip the sword. With this out of the way, we just go to the yellow point. So the game now will teach you how to use these little control boxes, and this is going to all the maps have this, and you really have to use it. Sometimes the game will lock all the doors and you have to get out of there and you have to use it. This is how the game show you how to do it the first time. 2 kinds of these things, but this is one of them, and it's really easy. You just have to, you know, put the little things on that. It will increase the hardness when you unlock the missions at front. That's it. Now you have to defend the ship.
There is in danger? I will need a few moments to cycle the engines.
Tenno, the ship is ready. It's time to leave.
And this is how the mission ends. The first mission is really easy. So now both me and Madfire are in the ship for the first time. This is where the game will start and you go to the mission. How can I say this, man?
It's our home.
Our home, yeah, it's basically our home. It's where we're born. We can invite people here and stuff, but I will explain that in future episodes.
It's also where we craft stuff, where we modify our mods, where it's our inventory is all in this ship.
So what the mission gives us is like a segment that we put here.
You honor Ordis.
It will unlock
Now I can supply the
our
operator.
arsenal, okay?
Better
And the
modify
arsenal
power. Oh,
uh, have these options. If you press here, in the first you see your Warframe and all the Warframes that the game have to offer. Okay, there are more Warframes, they call the prime ones. And the primed ones, you have to complete certain missions or quests to get them. Okay, but this is the basic Warframes. The only difference between these ones and the prime ones, it's they have one of those mod spots that's already polarized, so it already have a little symbol, and if you put a card of the same symbol, it don't take so much points in your Warframe. So we only have the Excalibur. Okay, you have the appearance where you can, you know, put some helmets. You have some cool helmets that you can buy, and stuff you can buy with real money or with platinum. The game will give some of these helmets in alerts. Okay, we will talk about alerts in the future. So you can choose the skin too, so it's kind of the body of the Excalibur, different skins and stuff. You have animations, so if you want your Excalibur can be like this. So when you open a Warframe, it will show you will gain the animation from it. So if you make a Banshee, you have this animation. You can use this animation in your Necros or in your Warframe. Each Warframe that you make will make the Warframe just kind of pose like that. You have the attachments, and you have a lot of stuff that you can put. All of these are with platinum. I'm going to talk about the platinum. In the right top of your screen you can see my credits. I have 3,000 credits and my platinum. Well, the game will give 50 of platinum to every player that starts the game. This currency, it's the actually real money of the game. As we said before, this is not a pay for win game, and you don't need to put money on the game except for two things that are really important. That's Warframe slots and weapon slots. Okay, because when you start the game you only have two slots. Okay, when you have enough slots, just use it on these kinds of things, you know, this decoration of the Warframe. Don't use it to buy weapons or stuff like that, because the fun part of the game is you finding out where to get the gun and crafting the gun and get the resources for the gun. Don't buy Warframes, don't buy weapons, you know, just buy slots. Well, Warframe slots and and weapon slots, because that it's what we really are going to need in the game. Am I right, man?
Yes, you are. 100%.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So here you have the sindanas, and sindanas are this decoration that you can put in your back, you know, and you have a lot of them. Some look like Batman, and some look like Superman. And
Mental.
yeah,
So it's called mental. So then it's a mental.
okay. So you have a lot. I'm not gonna show you guys all because they are a lot. And the regalia is something that you can put in your front, in your back, and in the right and left arm. Okay, so you have the front sigil. You can buy for 1 credit, and why not, you know, it's just 1 credit. And this is the mastery sigil. If you look in here, you can see I'm a level 0. My mastery rank is level 0. Okay, what we need is to rank up this level. Okay, so the max for now on the game is level 25. So what you need is to level up that. Okay, and to level up that, as I said, you have to max rank all the weapons, all the Warframes, all the sentinels, all the Warwings, all the companions, everything in the game. Once one weapon, once one Warframe. Okay, so but that's what you will have to do to really get this number up. We are going to make a full episode just to show you guys how to rank up really fast, and there are lots of ways of ranking up really fast, but for now it's just for you to know. The weapons. The MK1 Bratton, Madfire have the bow. We have our secondary, our primary, our secondary, our scanner, and in here we have Exalted Blade. And what is Exalted Blade? Exalted Blade is that sword that I speak that only Excalibur have. So Madfire have nothing here, you know.
Yeah, I don't.
Excalibur, yeah, MK1 scanner, not this option. It only you can only choose to change the colors. Okay, I'm gonna put I don't know, a nice red. You can have a lot of fun, you know, just doing your character and doing the colors, and that's one of the big parts of the fun of the game. How you can customize your Warframe, and how your friends customize, you know, and see the differences.
You can also change the colors from the companions, from the all the things you use. You can change the color. You can use the random colors also, but I think it's better to customize your own Tenno, because it's you in the game, so you have to customize it at your own will.
To show your friends.
Yeah, you can also have profiles. Like I like this Tenno on blue. On the B, we can also choose a red one, and C we can choose the orange one. So we can change the look of the profiles.
I'm gonna put mine like this, kind of purple and green and red, just for you guys to see. When the game starts, you only have these colors to choose. You know, all of these are locked, and to unlock this, if I want to unlock this, I have to go to the market, and it will cost 50 platinum to unlock a color. So, and you have a lot of palettes of colors that you can choose, but when you get the game, you only have these options. You have a lot of emotes that choose. See, and now I can press. I come here. So I come here and I press the key that you do for the other players to see, and you know, kind of animations that you do. You know, I'm gonna choose one here. The game will offer you a lot, you know, and I'm gonna let's see, the sit, yeah. Just press the key and then the tab, and what I choose the sitting one, and you see it just sits on the air, it just meditates. Let's do the second mission. All the missions that you are going to have to do, a blue blink in the mission. This is the second mission.
Breaking through.
Go to the yellow as the other one, the yellow point.
You're nearing the console.
As you see,
Now, and they will start
you have to do the control panel puzzle to open the door. As you see, these control panels are really important on that. Again, lots of easy. Another one. And the mission is a puzzle like this, so.
Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone. The segment is yours. Head to extraction.
You guys don't need to kill anybody when you're just extracting, It's good for resources, but you don't really have to do it if you just want to get this part of the way. Just do the mission and just run until the end. Finish a mission, you have the progress and rewards, all that you ranked on your Excalibur, on your weapons, how much credits you have, and all the resources that you have, and you have your first mod. So these broken mods are not mods, they are cool, they are broken, as I said. You have to wear it, but don't rank them up, because you'll have these same mods without being broken. We have these mods that we get in this mission, these broken ones. We can really not use them yet because we don't have this part, the mod bench. We don't have the segment for it, so we cannot do nothing with the mods yet. Remember, if you see a broken mod, don't rank them. You choose for the mod without being broken. What we done with this mission was the market segment, and the market segment allows you to go to the market. You have a lot of categories to teach you how to use this. We're just going to one of the best weapons for you to start the game. Just go to weapons. It's a primary weapons. Almost all the weapons are locked because of that mastery rank that we talk. You have to get to level 2. See, it's over here. The name is Bolter. So we come back here when it's level 2, but it's just when you get to level 2, you just know and come here and buy. And to buy stuff, here's our button. See, here's the bow of Medfire. Here's a shotgun. Anyway, when you choose something, the price, it will be on platinum. This is only the information of the weapon, okay? And the platinum is that currency that it's really real money that you can change for platinum. So you don't do that. What you do is you press here to build and you purchase the blueprint, and that's what you have to do to all the weapons that you want. Never spend platinum on weapons. Purchase the blueprints. Same as Warframes, you see. If I come here and I choose a Warframe and I want to do Ash, okay, and I will purchase the blueprint and then I will craft. Every Warframe needs the chassis, the systems, and the neurotics. We're going to explain this in another episode, but you get this by killing the planet's bosses, most of them anyway. So you don't really need to spend any platinum on anything on the game. It's the really important thing. When you sit here, you get this map, the planet's map, and this is where all the game will take action. If you press here on Mars, you see there's a lot of missions. They are all closed because we are starting the game. I cannot be here, but you see it's really big map. I have a lot of planets and a lot of missions for you guys to enjoy playing. When we start the game, we are on Earth, and as I explained before, you have that blue pulse. What we're going to do is to liberate the imprisoned arms dealer. Rescue mission. We have to rescue this guy and take him to safety. It's against the Grenier. Okay. Over here, you see all the resources that this planet gives. If you press other planets, you have different resources. The first thing you have to do on this game is to unlock all the planets. So it's to play the game until all the planets are open. When you get to level 2, buy that machine gun. And we are here to
reprendre votre thérapie, d'aller en parcours.